What do you say, Lil? You want to make some corn chowder? Your favorite, huh? Little Lil. Alright. But first, let's go ahead and get these dishes cleaned up. And just like that, we got these dishes knocked out. Alright, so we're going to make this corn chowder. And all you're going to need is a pan to fry your bacon in, and then a pot. Everything else will be done in the pot. You're going to need potatoes, chicken broth, some black pepper, flour, bacon, an onion, crushed red peppers, milk, heavy cream, and a can of corn and cheese. I'll give you guys the exact amounts in the description. Alright, so I just realized I wasn't recording. All I did was dice up this onion. That's half an onion diced. I started peeling these potatoes. I washed them, and now I'm cutting them up into bite-sized pieces. And you can cut them up into bigger pieces if you like, but I'm just going to stick with bite-sized pieces for myself. I'm going to go ahead and pop them on this plate to get them out of the way. That way I can dice up this bacon and get it going. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw these in the microwave just to get them out of the way. And grab this bacon here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this bacon up so I can get it in this pot and get it ripping. I use a whole pound, some people don't, but to tell you right now, you get a whole pound of bacon in this. That's one hell of a soup compared to half pound, quarter pound, or whatever people are trying to use nowadays. So yeah, we're gonna get that over there, and then we're just gonna cut this up into about what you want for a good bite. Let's go ahead and crank this heat up. We're gonna throw this bacon in there. You can cut it smaller so it crumbles, but I like to get a little bit of a bite out of some bacon in my soup. So I cut mine about a ½ inch thick, 3/4 inch thick or so. And I use a whole pound. Just cook it down, and then I'm gonna drain it off. So wintertime's coming up, and this soup is a great wintertime soup. But you can also just drink, I don't know about drink, but you can have this soup in the summer. I make this soup year round, probably make it once every 2 or 3 months. And it's a good soup, it's a real homey soup. It definitely make you feel comfortable. It's definitely some comfort food. Alright, so while that's going, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Get my hands nice and clean. Don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Dry up them hands. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in the sink. We're done with that for now. I'm going to take your can of corn here and just drain it off. Get all this extra juice out of there. You don't need that. So Just drain off your can of corn. That's fine. A little bit coming out, not a big deal. Set that aside, put that out, and then we're just gonna continue cooking this bacon down. Break this apart a little bit. All right, check it out. We just got this bacon finished fried up, put it on this paper plate so it can dry out. Got the bacon grease here and I got the onions right there. I turned the onions on and I'm gonna add a little bit of this bacon grease to the onions. And I'm just gonna sweat these onions till they're about translucent. And then we'll go ahead and add everything else. Give everything a good coat. Once you got everything nice and coated, let it sit for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take these potatoes and dump these potatoes in there. Well, they browned out a little bit just from sitting out, but they'll be all right. You're gonna take, holy shit. You're gonna take your chicken broth. Don't drop it on the floor. Don't smash your damn foot. All right, let's try that again. Take your chicken broth. You're gonna dump that in there. Whole thing. And then you're gonna bring that to a boil. Alrighty, once that's to a boil, you get your next step going. All right, now we got these potatoes to a nice rolling boil. Stir them a little bit. Yeah, these are definitely done. They're falling apart. Absolutely. So we're gonna shut that off. That's good to shut off for now. Let that cool for just a second. And take your flour. That's 2 tablespoons of flour. We're gonna come over here and get this milk. What are you doing, Lil? We're gonna get our milk, our heavy cream. We're gonna take and mix in about ½ cup of milk. ½ cup of milk with 2 tablespoons of this flour here. Put that in there. Go ahead and mix that in together. Don't make a mess like me here, but for the most part, get her mixed in. Oh, damn. Oh, making all kinds of mess out here. Come back over here. You want to let this cool a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Get a little bit of that heat off of it. And you're going to come back in here. You're going to mix in this ½ cup of milk and your 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to mix that in there. So yeah, once you get this all mixed in, how you like it, you're going to go ahead and take your heavy whipping cream and put about a ½ cup of heavy whipping cream in. Same thing, you're going to want to stir that in. At this point, you're going to take your corn, put your corn in there. You're going to want to take your bacon, put your bacon in there. Go ahead and give that a quick mix. Get everything combined nice. You're gonna follow that up with some pepper. Put tell you, I really like the pepper, so I'm gonna go a little heavy on it, but could use fresh ground, but I just use this fast, easy, you know what I'm saying? Crushed pepper, same thing. Heavy on the crushed red pepper. Ought to do it to them. Get that mixed in nicely. And then you look at it and realize you just when you thought you were done, you hit it with a little more. All right, that'll be enough. So mix that in. You're gonna want to kick the heat back over, bring it back to a boil. You also want to add your cheese, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. But as this is coming back to a boil, add your cheese. There we go. Got this cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. I just use this shredded blend. It's fast and easy. I don't really measure the cheese, so I put about, I'd say that's less than a handful. I usually do 2 or 3 handfuls of cheese every time. Pretty much foolproof. So yeah, so that's about half a handful. There's a handful. And now I'm gonna hit it with one more. And we'll call that a day for the cheese. Mix this in. This is gonna thicken, so that's why you're bringing it back to a boil. It'll thicken up. You gotta mix in this cheese, get it nice and blended in here. Everything will melt. Bring it back up, temperature. Little pro tip, I always keep my empty can here for the bacon grease. Come right over here, so just in case you make a mess, you got a clean spot to clean up at. Put the old bacon grease right back in there. Easy day. Let's take a look. I'm gonna put some more cheese in there just because I'm a cheesy fellow, you know? Never have too much cheese. That'll be good. Right there. And you can use whatever cheese you want. That's a Colby Jack blend. The first one I put in here was a Fiesta Mexican blend, but it's whatever you want. Sometimes I use pepper jack, mozzarella, and sharp cheddar. It just depends on what I buy. This soup also keeps very well. All right, got this plated up here. I guess it's not a plate, it's a bowl, so I can see it's bowled up. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a little bite of it here for you guys. Cool it down a little bit. That potato is gonna be hot, but all right, here we go. Yeah. Man, that potato's hot. But let me tell you, there is nothing like some homemade soup. Look at that. That is not bad, boys. Not bad.